Welcome back to Up the Villa podcast. This is our press conference reaction from Unai's presser for Aston Villa v Wolves tomorrow, 5:30, under the lights. Can't wait for it. So, really looking forward to it. I want a big performance. I want a big victory. I want to beat these now. And I think it's a game that is good for us coming at this time. I think we know the levels have got to be raised. We know that we've got to perform. We know that Wolves come at us and they generally play pretty well at Villa Park. They seem to do really well against us recently. So we know the levels have got to be there, because if they're not, then there's a chance you get beat. So it's important that we have the right mentality. We go into this and we respect the opposition, but we also show our qualities as well. And I am pretty confident. I think we can get the victory. I think we're due it. I think we're playing well. I think with their injuries and the disruptions of some of the players that are currently out of their team, I think you look at Villa's team and you look at that forward line of Watkins, Diaby, Bailey. We've got Ramsey that might be making the squad. We've got Tielemans. We've got Douglas Luiz. We've got a good team, and we need it all to come together now with 9 games to go. Get on a bit of a run, get some momentum going, get that atmosphere rocking at Villa Park, and I'm really looking forward to it. So let's get into Unai's press then. Let's get into Unai's thoughts. We want to get our best performance at home with our supporters, so it's important that we get back on track at Villa Park and we get that atmosphere popping. It's loud. We put in a real big performance. The players collectively show commitment, desire, energy, passion in this game. But the most important thing that we need to show is our quality. And I named our forward players, and it's all about our quality, our game plan. If we can control the game, then I do think we win this game. Some team news then. So we've got Matty Cash. He came back from international duty with a small injury and he's not available for tomorrow. The boss adds that Cash will be out for 2 to 3 weeks. So injuries, another blow, disappointing. But like Unai always says and what he always does, just crack on with it, get on with it. No excuses. It is a blow, but we have got options in there. And like I showed on the predicted lineup, that the 3 centre-halves, I'm more than happy with having those 3 centre-halves playing for Aston Villa. So it's a blow. He was starting to play some of his best football, but what can we do? We've got to do what we've done all season and just get on with it, really. There's no time to be moping about, moaning. I think the other positive is Jacob Ramsey back in training, which is huge. So, it feels like that left-hand side can start to look a little bit better with a bit of competition with Rodgers, with Ramsey, with Tielemans, with Zaniolo who can play out there. So forward options are brilliant. So on Ramsey, he's progressing well. We will train this afternoon and decide if he can help us tomorrow. So, fantastic to have Ramsey back involved, back in the squad, if he can make the bench perfect. And I think with 9 games to go, if he can build a bit of consistency, and he can be a big player in Europe, he can be a big player in the Premier League. We've not really seen him too much this season, so it's going to be fantastic if he can finally be back. It feels like he's had this injury in his foot that just keeps getting aggravated, and I can sense the fans' frustration where we can't have a timeline on the injury, but I think it's one of those where there is no timing. It's all about the feel, and I think hopefully if he's feeling good now, he's being rested, hopefully he doesn't aggravate that injury anymore and he can have a real good end to the season. Emery spoke about Konsa on international duties, progressing a lot. It's fantastic for us. Konsa's great. He's fantastic. It makes you proud as a Villa fan to see our players playing for their countries and doing well and holding their own and just performing like how we expect them to play in a Villa shirt. And, it's frustrating when fans from different clubs get surprised of how good our players are. But, great to see him. He did really, really well. And I think he's in the picture now with Walker being out for Man City and England at right back. Trent, we don't know where he's playing. I think Southgate does kind of like players that can tick a few boxes, and I think Konsa definitely ticks the box of centre-half, right back, and he can do both positions really well. So, Concert, fair play to you. You're absolutely fantastic. He's also spoke about Wolves. They are a very, very competitive team and their coach is doing a very good job. They will play with personality tomorrow and it will be very, very difficult. And I think that's one thing that you'll get with Wolves. You'll get commitment. You'll get desire. That they'll stick in there. They'll make it difficult for us. But it's all about what we do. If we show our quality, control the game, do what we've been doing this season, we've seen that we can blow teams away at Villa Park, or we can win games late on, about being patient. So I think it's going to be difficult, but I think we're going to do it. He's also spoke on Villa's home form of 2024. We have to learn, we have to analyse those matches, and of course, we accept those results. But my idea is to increase our level. And I've been saying this for some time this season, that I do feel like we're yet to see the best of Villa, and I think that's, you know, difficult with injuries, but we've shown glimpses of what our best can be. You know, our best was against Man City and Arsenal in that week, and yeah, we may have dropped slightly from those levels, but we can get those levels back. And I think, you know, with our manager, who's this mentality monster of winning European trophies and how his team works and how his vision is, this is where I feel like Emery starts coming into his own. Emery hasn't really mentioned the Champions League. He never, ever mentions it. All he says is, ask me at the 33 game mark. And I think once we get to that period and where Emery sees us in the table, that's when you'll start to see Unai, you know, just managing things a little bit differently. And I think it's where we come into our own. We came into our own at the back end of last season, and I think we're going to do the same again. So I've got full belief in this team. I think our forward line is looking very, very good now. You know, we're only missing McGinn through suspension. So, you know, get a couple back at the back and we're looking really strong. So, yeah, really excited. It's going to be a good day tomorrow. It's going to be a good one, a long one, where you sort of, depends what you do. What are you all doing tomorrow? Let me know in the comments what you're all doing tomorrow. We're going out a little bit earlier. We're going to sort of have a nice day of it and then watch the game and fan cams after that. So, yeah, we'll have fan cam straight after the game and then we'll have all of our content across the weekend. So cheers everyone who's watched all of our content this week. It's been great just to be back chatting about Villa. Cheers for all the kind messages on the overlap. There is another overlap episode out on Tuesday and I open up that episode. So we've got a good chunk of Villa on Tuesday's episode on the overlap. So, you know, good to be on at the start because it's all about Villa at the start. So Tuesday's episode on the overlap is really good, and I'll probably say it's my best performance on the next one. I felt like I did all right on the last one, so my best one is what's to come on Tuesday. So yeah, cheers to everyone who's been watching, etc. Enjoy the game. Let's hopefully, you know, we're coming off the back of a good win against Wolves that will take us into the game against Man City. We play first. I think Spurs are playing after us. Then you've got United. So let's do the job first. It's a big week end of football. So we've got the game of City and Arsenal on Sunday, which I can't wait for. It's going to be a great game, I think. So really looking forward to that one. So yeah, enjoy it. And I'll speak to you all soon. Up the Villa.